What happens when justice technically wins, but emotionally fails? That is the question General Hospital is forcing fans to confront right now. Willow walking free should feel like closure. Instead, it feels like the opening move of a much larger conflict. Because when Willow is cleared, the story does not reset. It shifts. And that shift puts Kai, Trina, Michael, and Sonny on a collision course where silence, loyalty, and strategy all become weapons. Today we are breaking down why Willow's possible acquittal is not the end of the shooting storyline, but the moment where the moral pressure finally explodes. We are going to analyze Kai's internal calculus, Trina's anger, Michael's sudden vulnerability, and Sonny's likely role as the shadow architect pulling this story toward its real reveal. This is not about who pulled the trigger anymore. It is about who decides when the truth gets told, and at what cost. Willow's acquittal and the emotional fallout. Let's start with the core event. Spoilers are teasing that Willow is cleared of shooting Drew. On paper, that sounds like a relief. The legal system did its job. Någon fällkänbikschen. Case closed. But emotionally, this is gasoline on a fire. Kai and Trina are possibly the most affected by this outcome. Not because they wanted Willow punished, but because they know something the system does not. According to the outline, Kai and Trina know Willow is the one who shot Drew. That knowledge fundamentally alters how they experience her freedom. From their perspective, Willow being cleared is not justice. It is erasure. It is the truth being buried under procedure. And this is where General Hospital thrives. The show often explores how characters experience the same event in radically different ways depending on what they know. For the public, Willow is innocent. For Kai and Trina, she is a protected secret. That emotional dissonance is likely to manifest as anger, resentment, and eventually action. Why Kai and Trina's anger matters. Trina's anger is straightforward. She has always operated from a moral center. When she believes something is wrong, she does not rationalize it away. Willow walking free while Drew lies wounded is going to feel like a violation of her values. Kai's anger, however, is more complicated. Kai is not just upset about Willow. He is upset about the implications of her acquittal. Because when one suspect is cleared, the system does not stop looking. It pivots, and that pivot lands squarely on Michael. This is where the storyline takes a sharp turn. Willow being cleared does not create peace. It creates a vacuum, and that vacuum demands a new suspect. Michael becomes the target. The outline suggests that Michael could become the new suspect, possibly even being detained or questioned shortly after Willow is cleared. This is not random. This is narrative math. Michael has motive. Michael has proximity. And most importantly, Michael has history with Drew that can be reframed under suspicion. From the outside, it is plausible. From Kai's perspective, it is unacceptable. Kai's earlier strategy seems to have been silence. As long as Willow remained under suspicion, Kai could justify staying quiet. The truth staying buried did not actively harm someone else. That calculation changes the moment Michael is threatened. This is the critical pivot point for Kai's character. Silence is no longer neutral. Silence becomes betrayal. Kai's shift from passivity to action. Kai likely believed that if Willow was free and no one else was targeted, the secret could die quietly. But Michael being suspected forces Kai to reassess everything. At that moment, Kai is no longer choosing between truth and silence. He is choosing between loyalty and cowardice. And here is the key detail. The outline strongly suggests that Kai still does not plan to go to the police. This is not because Kai lacks conscience. It is because Kai understands the system. Going to the police does not guarantee justice. It guarantees chaos. It exposes Willow, devastates multiple families, and places Kai directly in the line of fire. Instead, Kai chooses a third path. Sonny. Why Sonny is the only viable option. Kai turning to Sonny is not accidental. It is strategic. Sonny exists outside the formal justice system, but still influences it. He has resources, leverage, and a personal stake in Michael's safety. Most importantly, Sonny can act without triggering the immediate legal consequences that going to the police would. Kai likely knows that Sonny has already promised Michael that he will not let him be imprisoned. That promise is not emotional fluff. It is a declaration of intent. Sonny investigating behind the scenes fits perfectly with how he has always operated. He does not wait for the system to catch up. He bends reality until the outcome aligns with his priorities. Kai revealing everything he knows to Sonny is hypothetically the safest way to protect Michael while still allowing the truth to surface. This is not about confession. It is about controlled exposure. Sonny's strategic advantage. Once Sonny has Kai's information, the balance of power shifts dramatically. Sonny does not need to announce the truth publicly. He can test it. He can verify it. He can trace timelines, movements, and motives without alerting anyone that the narrative is about to collapse. This gives Sonny leverage over multiple players, including Willow. And that is where this storyline becomes dangerous. If Sonny confirms that Willow shot Drew, he holds a truth that can destroy her, save Michael, and destabilize the entire moral landscape of Port Charles. The question is not whether Sonny will use this information. The question is how. Willow's invisible consequences. Even if Willow remains legally free for now, her acquittal is likely temporary protection, not permanent safety. Sonny does not forget debts, and he does not ignore threats to his family. If Willow is responsible, Sonny will eventually maneuver the truth into the light, possibly in a way that minimizes collateral damage to Michael while maximizing accountability for Willow. That could mean pressuring her into confession. It could mean engineering circumstances where the evidence resurfaces organically. Or it could mean exposing the truth at the exact moment when it hurts the least amount of people Sonny cares about. Hypothetically, Willow's freedom is conditional. She just does not know it yet. Trina's role moving forward. Trina is unlikely to stay passive in all of this. While Kai chooses strategy, Trina chooses emotional honesty. Her frustration could lead to confrontation, tension, or even accidental exposure of the secret. She represents the moral ticking clock in this storyline. Every scene she shares with Willow becomes charged. Every interaction risks cracks forming in the carefully maintained silence. Trina's anger also serves as narrative pressure on Kai. The longer he delays action, the harder it becomes to justify that delay to someone who sees the issue in black and white. The broader thematic stakes. This storyline is not just about who shot Drew. It is about how truth functions in Port Charles. We are watching a layered examination of justice. Legal justice clears Willow. Emotional justice condemns her. Strategic justice empowers Sonny. And personal justice motivates Kai. Each character is operating within their own version of what is right. That is why this story feels heavy. There is no clean win. Every resolution comes with loss. Final prediction and conclusion. So where does this go? It is likely that Kai will tell Sonny everything. Sonny will investigate quietly. Michael will be shielded from arrest or prolonged suspicion. And Willow's freedom will start to feel increasingly fragile as the walls close. The truth about Drew's shooting is not going to explode all at once. It is going to surface piece by piece, controlled by Sonny, pressured by Trina, and triggered by Kai's decision to finally act. Willow's acquittal is not the end. It is the calm before the moral reckoning. And when that reckoning arrives, the damage will not be legal. It will be personal.